You know what I'm talking about, right? That little screen that flips around after you pay for something. It used to just be at restaurants, but now it's just everywhere. Always asking for 15, 20, sometimes even 25%. Well, this is a thing called tip creep. And today, we are going to pull back the curtain on the psychology they're using to get inside your wallet. Okay, let's just start with this scene, because it's getting weirdly common. Picture it. You're at the self-checkout. You've done all the work yourself, right? The scanning, the bagging. And then the machine has the nerve to ask you for a tip. It's just absurd. I mean, who are you even tipping? The robot? This one scenario perfectly sums up the craziness we're all feeling. So you should know this isn't just some random annoying glitch in the system. Oh no, this is a deliberate trend, and it even has a name, Tipflation. And believe me, it is spreading like wildfire through pretty much every corner of the economy.
I mean, it started out kind of innocent, right? Coffee shops, maybe a takeout place, but now these little prompts are popping up in places that make absolutely no sense. Airports, stadiums, convenience stores, even retail shops, places where the whole idea of tipping never, ever existed before. And it just makes you frustrated, especially when, you've done all the work yourself.
And let's be really clear about something. This isn't an accident. It's not some default setting that nobody can change. According to industry insiders, it's a switch. Businesses have the option to turn it on or off. They are consciously flipping that switch to ask you for more money. So why are they doing it? Well, the simple answer is because it works. And the reason it works is that it's not just a simple question they're asking. It is a carefully designed psychological nudge, basically engineered to get you to tip even when you really don't want to. The main weapon in their arsenal is this thing called psychological anchoring. Here's the trick. The first thing the machine shows you is a big number, like 20% or 25%. That number becomes the anchor. It immediately frames how you think about the decision. All of a sudden, 20% feels like the normal amount, and anything less feels, well, it feels cheap, even if you were planning on tipping way less or maybe not at all.
Honestly, The Walrus magazine just nailed it with this headline. The whole system has been redesigned. It is no longer about rewarding someone for great service. It's become a system that's designed to exploit social pressure and these little mental biases to get you to pay more. It's a con job.
And the manipulation goes even deeper than that. This is what's called a dark pattern in design. Look at the screen. A fair choice would have all the options look the same. But that's not what they do, is it? They make that tip 20% button big, bright, bold, and blue. Your eye goes right to it. And meanwhile, where's the no-tip option? Oh, it's there. It's just tiny, grayed out, tucked away in a corner, hoping you won't see it. They are literally designing the screen to guide your finger where they want it to go. So you gotta ask, who's actually benefiting from all this? Well, pretty much everyone except for you. The payment companies, like Square, they get a cut of the entire transaction. So the bigger your tip, the more money they make. For the business owner, it's a sneaky way to supplement their employees' wages without actually raising their own prices. They know if they just turn on the prompt, some percentage of people will feel pressured to tap a button and poof, free money. Okay, but let's talk about the emotional part of all this. Because it's not really just about the money, is it? It's about that hot, awkward feeling you get in your stomach when that screen flips around and the person behind the counter is just watching you. And hey, if you're feeling totally fed up with this, I'm telling you, you are not alone, not by a long shot. A survey from Bankrate found that 2/3 of people, that's 66%, now have a negative view of tipping. People are just getting tired of being put in this uncomfortable spot over and over again. So let's just call this what it is. It's a guilt tax. You're not actually tipping for good service. You're paying a fee to avoid a moment of social awkwardness, to avoid that feeling of being judged by the employee or even the people waiting in line behind you. It's a transaction that's based on emotional pressure, not on appreciating a job well done. But here's where it gets really interesting. Despite all this pressure, all these psychological games, people are starting to push back. Recent data from Square actually shows that the average tip percentage is going down. It dropped from 15.17% to 14.99% in just one quarter. Tip fatigue is real, and it's starting to show. So that brings us to the most important part. What do we do about it? How do we respond? Well, it just requires a simple little shift in how you think about it. Let me just say this as clearly as I can. In a situation where no real service was provided, like you're at a self-checkout, or you're just grabbing a bottle of water from a cooler, pressing no tip is not rude. It's not being cheap. It is the most logical, rational response. In fact, I want you to reframe this in your head. Choosing not to tip in these situations isn't a negative thing. It's a positive, rational act of rebellion. It's you, the consumer, saying no to a system that's actively trying to manipulate you with guilt. You're sending a message that a tip should be for genuine service, not just for showing up. The whole system is at a tipping point, and this conversation is just getting started. So I want to hear from you. What is the most absurd, the most ridiculous place you've ever been asked to leave a tip? Drop your story in the comments below. Let's talk about it.